This is me, the first time using any 3D software.
You name it, ZBrush, 3ds Max, Blender, Houdini.
It's very normal to be very confused and overwhelmed by the software. And we are going to fix that in this course. The very first thing we're going to talk about is the user interface. If we want to get anywhere in this software, we need to start here. Now, this segment is optional. You can skip it if you want, but you would rather stick around. We're going to simplify the user interface so we can make it easier for us to understand it. Let's start with the shelf. Now, the shelf has few functionality. One of them is creating a preset and recalling them. Other one is calling a specific node from the shelf. And the one that I use is creating a camera from view. Let's create a camera from view. As you can see, if we are in here, you can see a camera in the shelf. Hold shift and click. And as you can see, that creates a camera from view. Now, let's minimize the shelf. If you go to the top left corner, you can see there is a little arrow. You can see hide shelf dock. Click it. Now we can do the same thing for the main menu. We are going to repeat this process on many elements. Now here we have the timeline. Even though it's called Play Bar in Houdini, I am using Blender terminology. So to the left, we have the toolbar, even though the official name is not the toolbar. We have tools like the navigation tool. And we have the gizmo tool, which is not called the gizmo here. This is Houdini, not Max. To the top of the 3D viewport, we have the tool setting. This is basically the option for the tool from the toolbox. I mean the selected tool. Minimize the toolbar and minimize the tool setting. This is a cheat sheet for the most important display option. Although we're gonna go over the most important one very briefly right now. To the right of the 3D viewport, we have the display setting. For example, we can toggle the grid on and off. We can display the normals. Alternatively, we could display the point number or the primitive number. As you can see here, we are now displaying the primitive number. Other display option we have, if we go to the top right of the 3D viewport, we can change the geometry display from solid to wireframe, for example. You can toggle it with W, by the way. A complementary option, the display bar, we have the ability to change the lighting setting here. For example, we can set it to disable lighting, so that would give us a flat lighting. We actually have a variety of options to control how the lighting behave in the 3D viewport. Of course, let's minimize the display option. Why we did that? Some people are totally fine using Houdini like this. It's a joke, by the way, nobody uses software like this. You can customize it the way you want, and that would make you more comfortable with the software. And my monitor is actually really small. As you can see, we have three distinct sections of the UI. The big one being the 3D viewport. Basically, any 3D object are being displayed here, obviously. And secondly, we have the network editor, where the networks and the node live. And here we have the parameter editor. In a sense, the network editor is the primary component of the interface because the other component relies on it. The node and the network editor are being displayed in the 3D viewport and being displayed in the parameter editor. This is now a quick recap of all the UI sections with their names and functionality.